We're streaming. Alright, cool. Um. Ah. Alright, cool. Let's get it cracking. We'll wait for a few more people to join, and then we'll get into this ring tier list. In the meantime, I'm just gonna look at gonna look at my account. We'll literally just look at my account until then. But yeah, guys, basically, so the idea is we know that rings are expensive. Rings are so expensive in this game, and it's like you cannot, you can't be in a position where you don't, you make mistakes because as soon as you make mistakes, it is over. You're cooked. You are cooked. You can't get these things back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we have a good understanding and good idea of what a tier list is gonna need. What in terms of what are the right rings, are the S tier, the must-haves, blah blah blah. We'll go through all of that. Let's just post this around, see if we can get some people in, and then we'll get it cracking. And if not, then we're cooked. But yeah. So right now, I don't have my rings are all right. That's the best way to put it. My rings are all right, and I've made like quite a few mistakes with rings. Like there's some of the mistakes that I've made with my rings are painful. Like I am not getting that fine gold back, and I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes. I really don't, because we need to actually. There are no ring resets, so you can't be in a position where you're making these mistakes. Because if you're not a whale, this is gonna cook you. So when I say I've made mistakes, let's look at what I've got. So I've got right now of recent. I've been looking at it, been doing some tests, speaking with other whales, some of the whales that use Lubu, and they've all come back to me and said that they put the Ring of Daisy as the number one. They will put the Ring of Daisy over the Radiant Guardian. Now, obviously, of course, what I started doing was started building this Radiant. I was thinking, yeah, I want the double attack. I want to boost this as high as possible. So I put everything into the Radiant. Now that I'm using the Daisy though, it's like, damn, I really wish I hadn't put all the materials that I put in there. I really wish I hadn't put that in there because, bro, it was a lot. It was quite a lot that I put into it. So yeah, that's that. Nightwolf, I've got this to a nice level. I've definitely got the Nightwolf to a nice level, but yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, ring reset would be huge. A ring reset would be absolutely amazing. Like that would be so ideal to have, but unfortunately not. So until then, we're just gonna have to wait. Yeah, you get enough. Exactly. You can get more than enough double attack from just the tiller alone. So it's like, really and truly, you don't need. You didn't need. I didn't need the radiant. To be fair though, it's like if I did decide to push Mulan and go for the warrior archers, it's perfect. But I'm not sure that I want that. I'm really not sure that I want to um, push Mulan. Only because Mulan is strong, but like Lubu's way too strong. Lubu is way too strong. So when you've got situations where you've got a good commander, but the counter is like obscene, yeah, nah, doesn't make any sense. I've got a few decent rings. I've got the Tranquil. If I'd push the Tranquil instead, maybe like get it to level 20. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This is all right, but I guess like because I'm only really using the Lubu lineup, I put purples into this for no one. You know what I mean? Like no one's using it. I've also got the Ring of Bear. I don't like the Ring of Bear. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I do not like this ring at all. I think there are so many other rings that will give you like such a much better skill. Like just increasing the might. I don't think I'd trade that off. I'm not sure. Like that's me personally. Yes, it does. It does boost commander's might damage. Yes, but I don't know. I'm not too sure that I mess with it too much. Like that's just me personally. When I see the battle zone, I'm not quite sure what you mean by battle zone. Um, what do we have here? Oh, just all that stuff. All right, basically, yeah. So I went and I found this tier maker, yeah, and that's what I want to do. I want to go through sort of like go through the rings that we've got here and kind of see Why don't I use Radiant? So basically, with the Radiant, what I was seeing at the current level that I've got it, I already get that benefit from Attila. And having that benefit from Attila, I'm missing out on having the Daisy proc. Now, when we look at Daisy, let's just break this down. That might be the first ring I'll put on this list. Now, the Daisy is more it's niche because you need to put it on a commander that's going to do multiple normal attacks each round. Um, and Lubu does that. Lubu has Attila doing his double attack, and if his signature proc, so if we look at his signature, after any hero deals a critical strike, increases the damage of Lubu's next customizable skill by 50%. But there's a 100% chance to deal one more normal attack. Normal attacks are the best things for the Daisy because what we're looking at here, I'm going to look at max because before my next Mightiest Empire, I'll just get it to level 30. But this is 155% with might bonus, yeah? Let's check out the might. I've got 576 might on this Lubu. So I've got a decent amount of, like, might on this. I think I did the maths. It should be about, what was it, 400% might? Like, no, it's about, I know if, wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. If I've got this at 155%, yeah, with the might bonus, it was roughly like 387 damage rate. Like, it was something massive. So with Lubu, he's going to do hella normal attacks. It's going to proc the Daisy skill, and I like it, just extra damage. Nice, bro. All right, cool. So back to the tier list, yeah. So I just want to, yeah, no, I want to play around with this because I'm not 100% certain on all the rings. I do know one for sure. So straight off the bat, S tier, Tranquil Water. I love this ring. Is so sick. This ring is so good. Now, if we look at what it does, let's go. I've got a Tranquil Water. Boom. Let's look at the different tiers. So what it's going to do is for the first 18 seconds after the battle has started, you're going to reduce the damage taken by the enemy. So you just damage reduction for 18 seconds, all right? Now, the trade-off is it's quite an expensive ring in the sense that I feel like you're really going to notice a difference from like level 20, level 30, 15% damage reduction. 22 sounds, yeah, no, 22 sounds crazy. This is an OP ring. This is such an OP ring. And do you know what I like about it as well? It's versatile because it can go on anybody. It can literally, anybody that uses Tranquil knows that you can use this on absolutely anybody. Give me 1 second, my girlfriend keeps calling. I'm streaming right now. All right, cool. Yeah, so it can be, you can put this on anybody. And imagine you've got a commander that's doing damage reduction and you slap this on top. Bro, that's, you know, this is an easy S tier. That was like the easiest S tier ring. What should we look at next? I think, let's look at the pike. No, I've clicked the wrong thing. The pikeman's messenger of destruction. Let's go to why I think this is S tier as well. Let me read the chat. So, if we use Daisy Ring to Mulan, better, isn't it? If we use the Daisy Ring on Mulan, all right, cool. So, with the Daisy Ring, it could, if I was going to use it in the Warrior Archers, I'd actually put it on Bellevue. I'd still have Nightwolf somewhere in the mix, but I'd put it on Bellevue. Bellevue is 75% for double attack. Why that's sick again is because the more normal attacks you do, the more chances you are to proc off the Daisy's skill. And the 155% damage rate with the might bonus. But Bellevue has crazy might as well. I'm pretty sure she's got a skill that boosts her might. So I'm saying, like, in that, if you're gonna put it on the Warrior Archers, put it on Bellevue instead. She's more likely to have the double attack, so she's more likely to proc the Daisy skill, if that makes sense. So for you, is it better to use Radiant for Mulan and Daisy for Lubu? Yeah, 100%. For me, me having right now, I've got my Warrior Archers and the Warrior Cavalry. To be fair, no, that's a lie, because my Warrior Archers are in the mud. They are so in the mud. They're slowly building, and the gear is getting there, but I've got no red skills. I put nothing on their red skills. So, like, to be fair, I just use them as my second march for Wonder Contest. But in Mightiest Empire, I don't even use it. Yes, Reem, how are you doing, brother? Awesome. So, I was mentioned, so another S tier ring, Messenger of Destruction. This Messenger of Destruction is so overpowered. This is so overpowered. I love it. Now, why this ring is cool is it's going to, we can read that, reduce the damage of all your heroes' normal attacks by 20%. Cannot be purified, so it's going to have that constant 20% reduction. But off the bat, from level 1, it's going to increase the damage of their passive skills. Now, why that's important, look. Let's first look at how much it can get to. So I'd say with the gold ring, in the ideal world, level 20, level 30. After that, it's insane. Even getting to level 20 on a gold ring as mid-spender is crazy. But let's say level 20, level 30, you've got 29% damaging percent, 29% increase to the damage of the passive skills at level 20, and it's 41% at level 30. Now, why that is kind of broken is, I don't have any pikemen, so don't laugh at me, guys. Let's say, for example, we look at, I think it's Whirlwind Sweep and Fearless Retribution. But if we look at that, that's turn-based. That doesn't sound right. Fearless Retribution, what's this? This is passive skill. All right, cool. So what we're seeing here is that the Warrior Pikemen, I'm pretty sure their meta customizable skills are also passive. So on top of increasing your own passive damage, which is the counter attack, like the actual counter attack skill is a passive skill, so you're going to boost the damage of that. But quite a lot of the customizable skills that you're using in the meta lineups are also passive skills, so you're just boosting the damage of the counter attacks and all your customizable attacks. At the trade-off of that, the normal attacks, what, 20% decrease? The trade-off is insane. Messenger of Destruction is that is such a go-to for any pikeman. For any pikeman, that is such an S tier ring. This is where it's going to get tricky now. So let's look at the Eastern Heaven, yeah? When I look at the Eastern Heaven, you can use for the Richard or Boudica, yeah, 100%. 100%. So with Boudica as well, it's just like with Richard. She's going to have customizable skills that are passive. She's going to be doing the passive counterattacks as well. That ring is so, that. If you're running Warrior Pikeman, you need to have that ring. Like, especially if you're a spender, mid-spender, you need to have that ring level 20, level 30. That is a crazy ring. All right? Now, guys, this is where I want you guys to help me out, because this is where it gets a bit tricky. Now, Radiant. Is it S tier? It's S tier if you're running. Actually, no. I'm not even going to try and be edgy with it. I'm not going to try and be edgy with it. It's S tier. Let's go to the Radiant. All right. So the thing is, I can't even hate on this ring because I've got it quite high. Give Reem Apex. Give me Apex. You need to give me Apex. With the Radiant, so obviously it's going to cause the 46% chance for double attack, and it's got 0.95% increase to secondary strike skill activation every 6 seconds. It's going to also boost, if you look at the top, normal attack damage, troop attack, and troop defense. That's quite cool. Now, why this ring is cool, why this ring is quite strong, especially on Mulan and especially on Lubu, is if you get it to, let's say, level 20. The reason I say level 20 is it's 55%. And why I like 55% is just means more often than not, it should proc. Like, if you're looking at each rounds one by one, it's more likely to proc than not to proc. That's why I like the 55% in comparison to 46%. On top of that, when you're with Mulan and with Lubu, realistically, they're rally marches. Like, they're perfect for rallies. And what you're going to want to do is, when they're in the rallies, which are typically going to take much longer, if we look at, for example, server 27 versus server 9, they might have had like a 30-minute rally. I'm not sure, like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but if the increase to the hero's secondary strike skill activation chance is increased every 6 seconds, and you've got a rally going on for 40 minutes, are you getting what I'm picking up on? Like, I feel like if this continues to stack endlessly, this is insane. Because every 6 seconds that is going to increase, and rallies aren't, unless the rallies are like, if they're like server 42 rallies versus like a free-to-play rally, then it's done quickly. But most of the time, they're quite even, they're going to last a while. If they're lasting a while, that increases the secondary strike skill, especially on warrior archers and warrior cavalry, because when we look at their skills, let me go to my, when we look at their skills, bro, these are secondary strike skills. Like, these are all secondary strike. No. These are, yeah, secondary strike skills. When we look at Mulan as well, it's more secondary strike skills. It's like, it's just going to be a crazy increase to the chance of that proc. So I think, on that regard, 100%, that's an S tier ring, man. 100%. Usually this gold ring all is S tier for me, depends on hero. That's actually so true. DS, that's so true. Like, it actually depends on the hero. Because for quite a lot of lineups, these are all S tier. To be honest, like this game, let's keep it real. This game isn't the most free to play friendly, and of course, some of the best rings are gonna be some of the best rings are the gold rings. Let's keep going. So Lofty Mountains, another S tier ring. I like this one. I think that's more a sword. To be fair, it's versatile. Lofty Mountains is versatile. It's only 1.6k. Don't laugh at me. I don't have it. I don't have it. I know, but don't laugh at me. But let's go to what it can do. So it's got the commander damage troop. It buffs the commander damage, buffs the troop health, and the defense. I like health. I love troop health. Let's see what it goes to. Max is kind of crazy. Not a lot of people are gonna have it at max. So 6.8% to commander damage. I'm looking at level 30. 13.6% on defense, 3.4 on health. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think with Lofty, though, I feel like you'll need it quite high level. That's just me. Because, like, the base of it is quite low. Like, the base percentage. Like, let's look at level 30. Is first 18 seconds after engaging the battle, you're going to reduce troops' might damage taken. So this is going to be cool if you're fighting against warriors. Like the warrior builds that are doing like might damage, this is going to be amazing. If you are fighting against strategy damage, so that's your Hannibals, to be fair, no one really runs Hannibal anymore. Your Ramses, a strong Ramses is just going to blitz past this. So half of this is going to be useless. And then the second half is quite good. So after 18 seconds, increase your troops' damage by 8.3%. Like it's with a strategy bonus. Now, not a lot of, I can't lie, I can't speak for everyone, but you correct me if I'm wrong. Chat, you let me know, chat. Are you using a commander that is using strategy damage? Like, oh no, that is based on a lot of strategy. Because I'm not. Like, I don't know many people that are. I'm not saying that there are none, but I'm saying that Ramses is going to be high strategy. Your Hannibals, high strategy. If you're in beta and you've got Belisarius, the Elizabeth Ashoka, of course, high strategy. Most other people are not running builds with really high strategy, so you're not going to get it's not going to be completely, it's not going to be zero. It's not going to be zero, but you're not going to get the most out of the strategy bonus in comparison to like the Ramses, the tactician, any tactician build basically. And then armor bonus. I feel like not a lot of people use armor in terms of gems. I feel like it's quite strict. If you're using like a warrior based build, a lot of the time you're going to be looking at might gems over armor gems. I'm not going to say that your armor is zero, but I just don't believe it is that high. Okay, no, we got Morton in chat. He's using Hannibal. No one but Kraken should run strategy heroes because of the strategy buff in new research and castle. 100%, 100%. Because let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let's look at my bonuses. Yeah, bro, look at my strategy defense and how low it is. My strategy defense is in the gutter. Like, I will be so susceptible to any form of strategy damage. And I feel like that is like the common trend across quite a lot of accounts. Unless you're a whale. Like, I'm no whale, but if you're a whale, it's probably much higher than mine. But bro, like, strategy damage is going to be a game changer because the defense to it is not great. And some of these rings, we'll see. Some of these rings are amazing for it. But back to Tranquil. To Lofty. I'm not actually sure if I'd put it as a S tier. I think it's good in the sense that you can use it on anybody. You get 2 uses out of it. I think definitely it's more for swords and pikemen. Now, I say that it's because you don't even get the second skill that increased your troop damage until after the first 18 seconds. Which Lubu is lasting that long? Which archer? If you're an archer, I bet you're lasting like 10 seconds. There are so many Lubus out there, like, it must be horrible for you guys. But for myself, I'm seeing this more for swords. I'm seeing this more for pikemen. You guys last longer. The damage reduction is great. The damage bonus is great. Yeah, I'm not really... I think this would be really strong for the swords and the pikemen. It can still be used on your cavalry and your archers. It can. I just think you'd get more benefit out of the swords and pikemen with this. Yeah, you lot, if you think otherwise, let me know. Lofty is leaning more towards rallies than 100 Rise. You see this Rise guy? This guy is spitting pure facts today in the chat. Why it's good for the rallies is because as we were saying earlier, rallies can take ages. So that damage increase, you'll get the troop damage increase for much longer. Rallies very rarely blitz through in 18 seconds unless, for example, you don't have any reinforcements and it's a weak rally. Besides that, yeah, it's not going to happen. You're not going to just blitz through it within the 18 seconds. So you'll definitely get more use out of it 100%. I think most of the fights rarely go up to 18 seconds, 100% as well. I think that's more so for the, what do you call them? The warrior cavalry, warrior archers, definitely shorter fights, glass cannon builds. So we're definitely not seeing them we're not seeing them last as long. So, all right, chat. What are we saying then? Is it S tier? Can you create another section like S tier for obvious choices like okay, S plus tier? Oh, okay, yeah, that could be a good idea. How do we do that? Do we add a row above? We're just gonna make it orange again, and we're gonna call it. So that's S plus, and this is just gonna be S. All right, cool. All right, cool. So I'm gonna put then, if we're doing it like that, I'm gonna put lofty in S tier. Because me personally, I can't put it in the same as Tranquil. Tranquil's too universal. It's way too universal. Tranquil can go on anybody. I feel like lofty, if you're using it in rallies, yeah, 100%. I don't see it being as universal in open field. I can see, but then at the same time, if we look at Tranquil's only for the first 18 seconds and that's it. What is the... Who has Tranquil? Is it you? You. It's just the first 18... For the first 18 seconds. So, I guess this bore for the open field glass cannons. This is difficult. What are you guys thinking, yeah? Are we saying S plus tier for Tranquil? And then we'll put S tier for the lofty, yeah? Is that cool? I'm waiting for someone to say that's cool and then we'll move on to the next ring. I think next ring I want to look at Eastern Heavens. Oh my god. Grape juice is the best juice. I just went to get some before the stream and it just reminds me. You guys take... Alright, cool. Let's just look at the next ring. So, I've got the Eastern Heaven. Now... this is difficult. Eastern Heaven, I am putting it at S tier. I'm not putting it S+. I'm not putting it at S+. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the Eastern Heavens. Alright, so with the Eastern Heaven, we've got the commander damage buff. We've got a troop attack and troop health. And you know me, I love troop health. Oh wait, Rise, you think lofty? Let's rank juices next. Yeah, we can definitely rank the juices at the end. Right, cool. So the Lord of the Eastern Heavens. So you're going to boost your commander's damage, your troops attack, and your troops health. I think those three they're excellent. They're excellent to have. So with this ring, you're going to reduce the damage of all your heroes' active skills by 25%. Cannot be purified, but it's going to increase the damage of their normal attacks by 19%. And 19% at level 1 is insane. 19% at level 1 is flipping insane. Eastern Heavens is S tier, but better than Lofty. I can see that. Now, the Eastern Heavens is amazing because when we look at level 10, the jump up is crazy. It goes to 27% on normal attack, level 30, 39. This is a massive increase to normal attack. Now, reduces all of your heroes' active skills. Let's take a look at something. We already saw earlier, Lubu is very much secondary strike, Guan Yu's secondary strike, and I'm pretty sure these are passive. So we're not actually seeing any... Okay, no, this is an active skill. I don't know how this would affect, because it's not actually damage from the active skill, so I'm not sure how this would actually affect this, if at all. But the majority of what we're getting out of Lubu is very much... Wait. Again, this is a passive, not an active skill. So, I think it's an S tier, and it's going to be an S tier for the warrior cavalry, because you're just going to boost their normal attack percentage by an insane amount. Like an absolute insane amount. Easy S tier. And then also the troop health. I love a bit of troop health. Let's see what it actually scales to. Let's look at level 20 then 30. So 3.6% at level 20 isn't terrible. Level 30 it is 5.1% on health, 10.2 on attack, 6.8 on commander damage. Okay, no, so it's not terrible. That's actually decent scaling for those skills as well. I'd put it on S tier. Yeah, it doesn't affect it. It's not down. Yeah, 100. Rise is, yeah. Shout out Rise. Thanks for the facts, bro. Yeah, let's do that actually. So we'll rank this. Let's move you behind. It's definitely ahead of Lofty. Cool. Let's look at Skyward Knight. I think I need to do a bit of revision on that. It's Sacred. It was. Oops. I got the wrong ring. So Sacred Sage. So all your units, heroes cannot use active skills, cannot be purified, increase turn-based skill damage by 10.45% and healing by 10.45. Again, the extra skills, the troop damage, defense, health, quite good. This is easier for your Martial Pikeman. This is 100% for your Martial Pikeman. Now, Martial Pikeman, let's look at this legendary pikeman Marshall. Caesar does turn-based damage. Quite a lot of his meta customizable skills, I do believe, is turn-based. It is turn-based, yeah. This guy is doing turn-based damage, which just means, is it any of these? I think maybe it was Savage, and I'm not too versed in Martial Pikeman. I don't use them, as you can see. But what this team is built around is that turn-based damage. Now, where you can see as well, those skills weren't active skills. So the fact that they can't do active skills means absolutely nothing to that build at all. It literally just means you're just going to get the bonus to the turn-based damage as well as the healing that the team does. Easy S tier. I don't want to go into too much because I don't want to get anything wrong about it. But yeah, increase your turn-based skill. Let's see how much it scales to at level 20, because I think, again, with these rings, gold rings are level 20, level 30. Like most people, that's what we're going to be getting to. So level 20, 21.59 on both of them, 30%. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Easy S tier. Now, let's see what is next. Let's look at the Skyward Knight. I believe that is another S tier ring. Let's double check. I'm going to put it in S tier for now, and then we'll come back and look. So let's discuss it quickly. So with the Skyward Knight, I know that I've definitely seen this on some of the meta swordsman builds. And what we see here is it reduces the hero's damage dealt by 15%. So typically you're going to see this on a support hero that's not doing too much damage. Okay, so that commander damage is a bit wasted, but typically it's going to be on a commander that is not doing too much damage. Oh wait, no, the commander's damage, so that doesn't even matter if you're putting this on a support hero. But this does increase your commander's damage by 3.23 with the strategy bonus, and then also this is the killer bit, yeah. It's going to increase the signature active skills activation chance by a certain percentage. That is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy good, because what you're going to be looking for here is put it on a support commander like Trib for the warrior swordsman. It's going to boost Miyamoto's activation for his active skills, and it's also going to boost his damage with a strategy bonus. Now, I'm certain Trib, given that she is a warrior hero, her strategy isn't crazy high, but anything's better than nothing. Is still a multiplier, so that's great. That is great as it is. Yeah, exactly. It's great on Trib. I'm a bit taken back and wait on Lagatha impact Lima. If Trib is bench, Skyward might not be the best anymore. Again, yeah, it depends on how much damage Lagatha is doing, and I guess her overall place in the Warrior Swords team. I'm not sure how much testing the beta servers have done on it, but we'll see. Hopefully it's coming soon. Fingers crossed it's coming soon. But what I'm going to do is we're going to leave the Skyward Knight in the S tier. I think if it's bad for Lagatha, it might drop down to A tier. I'm not too sure. Now, these last, we've got how many more gold rings? I think it's just a few more. Four more gold rings. This is where I'm going to need the most help, guys. This is where I'm actually going to need the most help, because these are rings that I never really use. So let's go through them. And then you guys can help assess which way. So let's just go with this, because this was the first one. So enters charging state. After 3 seconds, deals massive strategy damage to the enemy troop with the strategy bonus. 25% chance of activation. Skill damage increase, troop attack and defense increase. Again, let's look at this at level 30. So you're going to enter a chart. So there's 25% activation chance. Out of curiosity, is that 25% after you do a normal attack? I'm not sure if that's a 25% chance after you do a normal attack. If it's every so often, I'm not sure how that works. Just says activation chance. Okay, it doesn't, like, I'm trying to tap on things, but yeah, no, it doesn't really say. So when we look at the skill now, let's say at level 20, after 3 seconds, it's going to deal massive strategy damage at 188% with strategy bonus. What I've worked out is 500 of any of these attributes, might, strategy, armor. When you're calculating the bonus, if you have 500 of the, let's say for example 500 strategy, the multiplier is 2.5, which is going to be huge for on 188. Let's look at that. That's 188 times 2.5. 470 damage rate. That's insane. That is insane. And that's if you had 500 strategy. So I'd definitely say this is going to be on your strategy type, your strategy, your tactician and builds, because they've got the high strategy attribute. So you're going to get the most out of that skill. I'm just not sure how strong it is. Honestly, let's compare to Ring of Daisy. How expensive it is, so not too high. That's 100% true. Let's look at the Ring of Daisy. So I'm not sure. So Azure Moon, let's look at, so that's, yeah, I'm not too sure, because I know all gold rings are quite expensive, but I'm pretty sure this is a 1.6k ring. If you look at Ring of Daisy now, the Ring of Daisy is I think the Ring of Daisy is insane. I think it's so crazy, especially on your builds that are doing a load of normal attacks. Like when they're doing so many normal attacks, it's just, yeah, it makes so much sense, especially if you're also going to be in a rally, because in the rallies last longer, there's more opportunities for things to proc. So over time, you're just going to get more out of it. And bro, the Daisy's dirt cheap. It's actually dirt cheap. I've got like, I just need 75 more of these bronze to get to that stage, and it's maxed. The Daisy is so cheap. I love it. Another ring, guys, another S tier ring. Let me not even sleep on it. The Ring of Clover. The Ring of Clover is like, why this is good is because gold rings are expensive. And if you're a Kraken, you are using a load of different rings. You are going to be using very many different rings and probably running very many different lineups. If that's the case, you cannot use all the best rings for everyone. If you want damage reduction, the Ring of Clover is a cheap alternative, and it's amazing because it's every 6 seconds for 3 seconds, right? And there's a 50% chance for it to proc. When you get this to max, and remember this is dirt cheap, you're getting 25% damage reduction for 3 seconds. Every 6 seconds if it procs. Now, let's look at rings. Where is it? Lucky Draw. When we go to this, look how much cheaper you can get the bronze than the gold. Like, for example, you've gone through a lot of hammers. You've got a lot of these jewelers marks. You need to buy them. Yeah, you're getting 5 for every one. You're getting 5 for every single one. And these come out like you can spin a shit ton. I think for every 10 hammers, you'll probably get. I'm not actually sure how much you could get. Couldn't agree more. Ring of Clover, super good, bro. It's so hyped. It's like Ring of Clover is amazing. I just think when you do about 10 of those spins, you get on average about 150, 200. So that'd be 30 to 40 of those bronze. So like that would be like for every 10, you're getting half a level of level 20 to 30, which is sick. I think that's cheap. That is dirt cheap. Yeah, amazing. A few purple rings that we need to get onto. I think some of the gold rings are boring. I want to keep this interesting. Let's look at some of the interesting rings first, yeah? The Ring of Nightwolf. This ring, anyone that uses Warrior Cavalry, anyone that uses Warrior Archers, you guys know this is OP. You know this ring is OP. This ring is so good. So after every 9 normal attacks of your troop, it's going to increase the damage of all your heroes' normal attacks and secondary strikes by 12.3 with a might bonus. But it's also going to reduce your armor by 7.2. So that's the only annoying bit. Your armor is going to be reduced. but the secondary strikes and normal attacks are gonna get a buff. Now, again, I've done the math on it. If you've got 500 might, so let's say, for example, I put this on the commander with 500 might, that buff is going to be 30% to normal attacks and secondary strikes. Crazy. Easy S tier. Easiest. This ring is, oh my days. Now, chat, I need your help with this. You see what it says after every 9 normal attack of your troop? If my commander is doing double attacks, like they're in double attack state, so they do 2 attacks, will that count? Like, will that be 2 normal attacks with my troop, or is that different? Is like commander attacks and then troop attack different? Because there's no real battle reports, I can't actually see if it's like split up and it's just combined together. I'm not sure. But if it's the case that each normal attack of your troop and then it counts, like the double attacks count as 2, you can fly through this. You can fly through this 9 so quickly. So you can keep getting this to proc off if you're doing those double attacks. But yeah, Nightwolf, S+, without a doubt, that's S+. Ring of Daisy, I'm putting S+ too, I don't care. This ring is so good for high might commanders that can do double attack. It's a bit niche. Actually, you know, it is niche. It's niche because it can only really be put on Bellevue and Lubu, I think, personally. And then, where was it? I swear we looked at another one. It was Ring of Clover. Which one? What's the Clover look like? It's got the green. So, Ring of Clover, I'm easily putting that, again, S tier. The reason why it's not S+ tier is because it's every 6 seconds, then for 3 seconds, and there's 50% chance of it happening or not happening. So if it doesn't happen, that should work out that you've got 9 seconds of no damage reduction at all. Correct my count. Correct that counts, yeah? Perfect. Alright, yeah, so that's perfect. So then for the Nightwolf, you can blitz through this. You can blitz through this. You can get through so many normal attacks. It's crazy. Now, Ring of Daisy S+, if someone doesn't play Lubu, they can delete account anyway. So true. So true. So true. To be fair, the Ring of Daisy does crazy amounts. Like, yeah. Mightiest Empire this weekend, I'm going to have it at level 30. And bro, I'm going to be going crazy with it. Now, let me do... What are your thoughts on this ring? Because I don't mind this ring. I just think it requires a lot. So the Ring of Deer. So, boom, your commander's damage is going to increase and your troop damage reduction increase. That's quite sick. What this is going to do is we're going to reduce a random hero's damage by 7%, which is... It's all right. That's not bad. But it's going to increase one of your hero's damage by 7.10. And that's at a level 11. With the purple rings, I think you could push it easier to level 30. Wales level 40. So level 30, you're going to reduce a hero's damage by 15%. You're going to increase one of yours by 15. The only downside of this ring is it's going to be random. It's just one of your heroes. So the caveat to this ring, this is my thought pattern. With this ring, you're going to have to put it on a lineup that has multiple damage dealers. Like, let's say, for example, you've got your warrior archers. You've got Mulan and Bellevue doing damage. On your warrior swords, you've got Miyamoto and Yoda doing damage. If you've only got one commander doing damage, this isn't going to be as useful, because what happens if it increases the damage of a random hero that's not dealing damage? Like, it's a higher chance to happen if you're only... Look, it is, yeah. It just makes more sense that you need to put this on a lineup that's got multiple damage dealers, or you're not really getting the best benefit out of it. And then obviously it's got the... Reduces a random hero. That's all right. Not too bad, I guess. It's all right. It depends what you're fighting. If you're fighting a Lubu and it doesn't reduce the Lubu's damage, then it's a bit inconsistent. It can be, again. So yeah, Rise, me and you are on the same page. Like, this could be really good, but it could also be awful. Like, this could, like, if worst case scenario, let's say you've maxed it. Yeah, you've pushed this ring to level 40. And you're fighting against Lubu and you are a Lubu yourself. Let's just take this for example. What happens if you reduce you're fighting against the Lubu, and on that enemy lineup you reduce Attila's damage by 22%. He's not doing any damage anyway, so that's just useless. And then for yourself as a Lubu user, imagine if this increases the one hero is Attila on your lineup. So increases Attila's damage by 22%. You're not doing, like, bro, that is literally a useless proc on both sides. Like, that was actually useless. You got nothing from that. On the flip side, if it boosts your Lubu and decreases their Lubu, perfect. I'm going to give this I can't give it S tier. I'm so sorry. If you love this ring, I'm sorry. I can't give it S tier. I'm going to give it A tier because if it does work, yeah, it's great. If it does work, it's great. But that's a big if. Another one that I think is quite sick, yeah? Where is it? I don't like this ring. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not even going to look at this ring right now. I don't like that ring at all. I've wasted a lot to get that to level 10. Yeah, nah. Cool. Ring of Boar. The Ring of Boar is sick. I think this ring is so cool. Now, the skills are all right. I guess they scale decently. So the troop attack and troop defense is quite... It can go... I guess it can get relatively high at level 40 is 17.6 on troop attack. That's quite nice. 13.2 on defense is decent. More than likely, people will be at level 30, so 13.6 and 10.2, level 20, 9.6, 7.2. It's decent. This is nothing crazy, alright? But increases the damage of your troops' passive skills by 8.82% when your troops' units fall below 60%. Bro, Warrior Pikeman, let me tell you this now, the developers love you. Because this, mixed with the Messenger of Destruction, is crazy good for Pikeman. Warrior Pikeman, this is such a good purple ring for you guys. Like, it just means once you, like, let's say, for example, Strong Warrior Pikeman, you're getting swarmed. They've taken away, they've got you down to just below 60% of your units. Bruh. And this procs off, and let's say, for example, if you're a whale, got it to level 30, and it boosts the damage of those passive skills by 30%, bro, you can, yeah, no, this ring is crazy. This ring is crazy good. Like, this ring is actually crazy good. I think, though, wait, 1 second. Lisa says, VC tomorrow, nice. Yeah, we'll, can you do, alright, boom. Yeah, so, 30% to the passive skills, yeah, no, that's insane. Flat out damage bonus after 6. Yeah, literally that. And that's what I like about it. It's flat damage. It is flat damage. That means as soon as that metric is hit, you fall below 60%, you just have 60% bonus to them passive skills. Why is Warrior Pikeman? Because most of your damage is coming from the passive skills. You've got your counter attacks. Imagine your counter attack getting boosted by the Messenger of Destruction and this. That is insane. And then all your passive skills, all your customizable skills are passive. That's another thing. This ring is crazy. A whale with Messenger of Destruction at like level 30 and this at level 40. Let's look at that. So this at level 40 is 42%, yeah? And then the Messenger of Destruction. So that was 42%. And then we're adding on, let's say level 30. Another 41. Oh my, that's crazy. Yeah, that's a crazy amount. This will make your counter attacks huge. Huge. S tier without a doubt. I think it was this, it was that ring. Cool. So look at another few of these good rings in purple. I feel like purple has like some great value rings. Some really great value rings in purple. So we've done Nightwolf, we've done Deer, we've done Boar. Badger was good, isn't it? I'm pretty sure Badger's good. Alright, cool. So, this is neat. I think the Ring of Badger is niche. I think it's a very, very niche ring. What's that, man? What's up, man? I'm seeing the video from the beginner, so don't know if you already forgot about Radiant Guardian and Rally does not stack for 5 minutes or 30 minutes. No. Okay, alright, cool. So, that just like, yeah, no, again, that's an even bigger reason as to why I like the Daisy over the Radiant Guardian. If that, Kamani, if that's the case, when does it stop? Like, when does it stop stacking? When does it stop stacking? And Warrior Pikes get another hero season 4. Yeah, I seriously advise everyone here to consider it. Yeah. Warrior Pikeman having another commander. And if you've seen the skills of Cyrus, he looks good. He looks very, very good. So, I think, yeah, Warrior Pikeman is definitely a go-to build for next season. Cyrus looks strong. Yeah, no, there's a lot coming for the Warrior Pikeman. What happens is, you have many one-target switching. Every time you switch target, it... Oh... That's so true. You never fight that. You never really just fight one person in a rally for the whole time. You can see like the eliminations, people getting swapped out. 1 second, just need to charge my laptop before it dies. I wasn't even looking at this laptop. In a rally, you fight target by target, defeating, and then switch and reset. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, Radiant Guardian. I'd still leave it S tier. If you're a whale, we can get it way up. perfect. If not, it's all right. Ring of Badger. Now, this is niche. I say the Ring of Badger is more for if you're a free to play and you're really struggling against Lubu. This is for you, because for the first 18 seconds after entering the battle, it's going to reduce troops' normal attack and secondary strike skills. So this would be good for, again, I guess this would be great for a low spender pikeman that is struggling against like a Kraken Lubu or Whaled Lubu. Yes, for example, you will be in a situation where you'll you've got the counter, so that's going to be playing in your favor. But we know Lubu hits above his weight, so what will happen is if he's doing too much damage, this is the ring you might need to substitute in. Because it can, if you get this to level 20, it's going to reduce those normal attacks. And he's doing multiple normal attacks. Remember, Lubu has a lot of secondary strike skills and a lot of normal attacks with crits on them. So any damage reduction you can have to them, that is working in your favor. And also if your sword struggling against warrior archers, definitely. Guardian level 20 or higher outperformed Daisy for Lubu, but under 20. I heard Kamani, so from what we've seen, it was level 30. From level 30, we saw Daisy was still doing better than the Radiant. But you let me know, because I know Kamani, for anyone that doesn't know, Kamani he's the whiz when it comes to the data and understanding. Like proper spreadsheets, Excel spreadsheets on the actual raw statistics. So his what he says carries a lot of weight. It carries a lot of weight. So yeah, Ring of Badger, I'm going to give it A tier. I don't think it'd be go-to, just given that the Warrior Pikemen have such good rings already. Where is this ring? This here. I'm going to give it the A tier. Cool. Is there any other purple rings? I think some of these are terrible. Like Ring of Shark. I don't ever want to see someone using Ring of Shark. Or this, Ring of Rhino. I'm not. I've never used the Ring of Rhino. Probably won't. Increases hero's strategy. Nope. With the might bonus, that just doesn't even make sense. I don't know why I'd use that. Ring of Lion. I see a lot of people use this. Me personally, again, I'm not a bit. I just think there's so, like, if you spec into Warrior Cavalry, for example, you've got the Ring of Nightwolf. Why would I ever choose the Ring of Lion? Like, yeah, no, it's just a no from me. Ring of Falcon. Now, this ring is all right. The Ring of Falcon is all right. Why I say it's all right? So it's a guarantee that one of these two is going to proc every 9 seconds. So either you're going to recover your troops' units, or you're going to reduce your troops' damage taken. This is going to boost your defense. It's going to boost your healing effect. And let's say, for example, again, if you're a whale, we get this to level 30, 40, you're looking at 150% your recovery rate, and it will reduce the damage taken by 22% for 3 seconds. I mean, this is all right. I guess this is somewhat all right. I don't think this is anything crazy, but if you are going to choose this ring, you're going to have to put it on the commanders that are using healing gems. Now, why I say that is this recovery rate has no boost. There is no attribute boost at all with it. The only extra boost you can get is those healing effect boosts, which you can get on gems. And you're typically going to have those in the commanders that are doing healing skills anyway. So that could be your Mehmed if you're using the warrior archers with him. Or I think Mansa does healing? I believe he does healing. But he's a warrior pikeman. Warrior pikemen have 10 out of 10 rings anyway. So I think Constantine also, he does healing. And Tribuana does healing as well. So this could potentially be used on them. But again, I think this is more A tier. Yeah, exactly. This is for commanders that are using Peaceful Haven, so they're doing the healing. It goes hand in hand together. So let's put this A tier. What was that? Ring of Falcon. All the other purples, let me keep it 100 with you. I ain't even going to lie to you. All the other purples, I don't want to see anybody using. I'm not too sure. Ring of Lion, there was an argument that could be made for this ring. If you're a whale, there is an argument that could be made for this ring. That there is a lot of, you're already using a lot of troops, you're using a lot of rings, and you need a backup ring. There is an argument that could be made for this ring. Maximum B tier. Maximum for me, I'll put it in B tier. This, I mean, if you're a Kraken and you just have a march dedicated to siege and you've got siege gems, why not? Why the fuck not? But overall, if you're a low spender, I would not advise you using the silver dust on this at all. Yeah, exactly. Even if you're a whale, there are so many better options than the Ring of Lion. And then also, Morton, thank you. Famous in your alliance chat. I appreciate that. That's nice. Ring of Crow again. Yeah, nah. Steal 30% chance to steal attributes for 3 seconds. I think not. I think not. There's better rings. There's so many better rings. Um, in terms of the blue rings, though, it was really only the daisy and the clover. Now, this is where I need help because I don't understand when it just says activation chance. Does that mean at the start of my turn there's a 25% chance? I think each turn for your commanders is 1 second, and it goes first, second, third, nice and simple. If that's the case, at the start of your turn, is it just that there's a 25% chance to deal might damage? If that's the case, this is all right. This is maybe a B tier. It's more like this is a very bad version of like the Ring of Daisy, like a really, really bad version. It's a 25% chance. Deals might damage 125% with the might bonus. I don't know. I do not know. Crow has decent rethink Crow looking to Ramses. Let's look at Let's look at the Ring of Crow again. Let's go back to that. Crow, no, what looks weird. Was it this one? Steals my. I get okay. Yeah, no, I understand that for Hannibal because Hannibal already does debuff, so this is just gonna make what he does a bit better. So yeah, it's gonna make what he does better. What are the rings you could argue that he could put on? You could put damage reduction on. He does last quite some time in fighting. The issue is though, I think with Hannibal, yes, he does debuffs, so he's gonna make when you do fight that commander that he's debuffing, it's gonna be easier for whoever else is fighting him. But would you argue that damage reduction could be better? Because he is tanky, so maybe you could opt into making his tankiness more tanky. I'm not sure. It really potentially, it depends. Look to Ramses, look to High Spirit, combine all, make the count of scale of Crow and steal the stats from your enemy. Let's look at that. Let's take a peek. Tactician, dual type, legendary. Alright, cool. So we're gonna look to Spirit, High Spirit, yeah? It's going to increase the activation of the chance. Increase the activation chance of the hero's active skills by 18%. 22.5% for charging skills. That's quite a lot. So you said look to High Spirit, combine all. Do I need to look at its skills with the strategy? And Ramses' strategy is crazy. I know Ramses has crazy strategy. I think. Can I look at that? Yeah, 1.15 each level is crazy. That is crazy because I'm pretty sure even Lubu isn't that high. What other skills? It's not reduced. It's steal. Oh. Wait. Did I read that completely? Wait. Where are you seeing this? So you get the ring to 48% chance to steal. Yeah. I get what you mean now. I get what you mean. And then it's skills from strategy. So yeah, I think in that niche scenario, then if you're a whale, because I know with Ramses he is a very much a whale march, then 100%. Kamani's right. Then those things will all combine together. So the increased activation chance of the Crow, and then the every 3 seconds stealing from the enemy. Because I know if you look at some of the commanders, if you take for example warrior archers, they have quite a lot of might bonus. So the higher their might, the higher that might bonus multiplier will be. If you're stealing, it's just gonna. Does the stealing stack? Does the stealing stack? Because if it does, that's insane. If it does, then I need to rethink that. That's quite insane. I'd argue synergy with Hannibal still better. Might has no use for Ram. It's not only this. Look into his customizable skills. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at all of them. So each time the hero activates a signature active skill, increase the hero strategy by 30, up to 6 stacks, so 180. For every 3 activations of the signature active skill, increases the damage of the next active skill by 25%. Let's look at his signature skill, because I think there's a lot of link to it. I really wish they gave you the option to like look at this at max, because I don't know what this is at just level 1. I don't think we've got any whales. I think we've got a few whales of Ramses. I might have to look, just so that I can compare. So deal strategy damage to the enemy troop, damage rate. Yeah, for the first 30 seconds of the battle, each activation of the signature skill additionally recovers. Quite good. The effect reduces recovering. Quite good. Other rage recovery effects for your troop do not take effect. Fair enough. Ultimate strategy. There was one instance of strategy damage to the enemy troop. That's quite high. Increased activating chance. That's quite good, as you said. And then strategies more. Increase the hero's strategy damage by 30%. Then increase chance of activating signature by 15. That's quite alright. Now let's go back to the ring. No, I don't have you, so I need to look here. Crow. No, not serpent. Crow. So, troops attack. Wait! Wait. This is what I'm being a numpty right now. I am being a numpty right now. I get what you mean now, Kamani. So what you're saying is, where it says steal, I'm taking it and adding it to Ramses. So let's say, for example, I'm stealing 55 might, strategy, and armor. I'm adding that to Ramses. Is that correct? With strategy bonus. Is that what you're saying? So 55%, let's say it's 55 strategy with strategy bonus. And then, oh my god damn. I know, remember from earlier in the stream, anything, so any attribute at 500, the multiplier is 2.5. That's in. Oh my, you guys are blowing my. See, this is why I said community. Because I do not have all the answers. And I appreciate you guys for like helping build my own knowledge. That's insane. I know Ramses is going to clear 500 might. He's got a slightly higher addition for strategy than Lubu does for might. And my Lubu's at 576 might. Okay? I've worked out multiple times 500 strategy bonus. If you have 500 strategy, the strategy bonus, the multiplier is 2.5 to whatever it's multiplying. So that's 2.5. If, for example, let me get a calculator out. So if Ramses is 500 might, it's probably going to be higher. But if he was 500, that's 55 times 2.5. 137, that is insane. So you're telling me I'm going to gain 137 strategy, might, and armor, whilst also reducing that from the... That's crazy. Oh my... Yeah, no. My apologies. Yeah, no. We have to... Let's put some respect on the Ring of Crow. Because on a high strategy commander, this is obscene. This is crazy. Do you know what 137 might stolen from you is? Yeah. Yeah, this is... Oh my days. Because... Bro, let me see. If it was... Let's say it was 600. It's what? 2.8. So... 150. Oh my god. This is huge. This is huge. And then, obviously, I'm saying like 500 strategy just based off what I have. I don't even have like the renovations unlocked fully. I don't have the purple research. We still have like such higher attribute, like the attribute number is going to climb even higher. I'm pretty sure if we look at CTs, that massive Kraken 500 million points, I'm pretty sure the KA was like 1,100 might. Imagine Ramses with strategy that high. This is, yeah, no. This is crazy. Yeah, this ring is, yeah, no. I think, I can't give it S tier because I think I'll give it S tier for Ramses. For other commanders that might not scale that high, I'm not sure if I can scale it up that high. I'm not sure if I can scale it up to the S tier. But, Kamani, shout out you, because this is, yeah, no. This is peak. This is a very good ring. You've opened my eye. This is a very, very good ring. But back to my slander, okay? The other purple rings, I'm not putting any sort of respect. I'm not putting anything. If you're not a whale, I would not put anything into increasing gathering speed. Are you crazy? There is actually no. There could be a case. There is a case to be made for this ring. Actually, increases the gathering speed for all resources. But is it all your commanders or just the one? Increase your troops load by 4.2. If you're a whale, I can see. If you're bored, I suppose. I wouldn't personally. When your troop takes strategy damage, more than 1% of their max unit in a single attack, reduce their strategy damage by... I'm not sure. Let's load this up to max. So, this is the Ring of Seahorse, by the way. What do you think? I think, off the rip, I think this is bad, but Kamani's opened my eyes that that might not also be the best way to look at it. Hannibal also very solid paired with his double attack. That's true. That is true. That is true. Because if Hannibal, if you scale Hannibal up and get his strategy really high, let's see what his strategy scales to. Cavalry tactician. It's 1.03, so you could still get to 500 might quite easy. The reason I say that, I'm just comparing it to my Lubu. So basically, this is what I mean. Lubu is 1.1. And look at my might on him. And Ramses was like 1.15. Yeah, you're clearing 600 strategy if you need to. You are clearing that with such ease. Yeah, no, it's crazy. But no, I went off on a tangent. Let's go back to that ring I was saying. Which one was it? Was it Seahorse? All right. I don't really get this ring. So when your troops take strategy damage that is more than 1% of their max units in a single attack. Oh, okay, I get. So if the damage they take equates to more than 1% of their max units in a single attack, it's going to reduce the strategy damage taken by 20% for 6 seconds. God damn. The question is, does it stack? I'm not sure. It looks like it's a flat one. Do you guys think this stacks? I'm not sure. Could potentially. I'm not 100% certain on that. I'm not 100% certain on that one. Ring of Crow. Yeah, we've done that. Every time your troop. Let's see this at max. So every time your troops' normal attack hits the target, reduces the troops' recovery. I mean, this is only good if the healing was a crazy meta, and you needed to be anti-healing. Then yeah, 100% I see where this can come in. But that's just not the case. I'm not sure. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. If you're seeing crazy heals, I know Trib heals. I know Barbarossa used to heal, but he's no longer really being used. Mehmed heals, but I'm not sure how crazy that is. It's obviously good, but not enough strategy heroes. Yeah, too niche. Way too niche. Way too niche. If you were getting bombarded by 101 different strategy heroes, if strategy heroes were as popular as Lubu is, then 100%. I see the reason for it. I see the reason. Healing barely a thing. Yeah, I agree. I think this one's useless as well. Oh, yeah, no, Grape Juice is undefeated. Ring a Rhino, nope. Increase the hero. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like that this increases hero strategy but might bonus. I don't like that it's not strategy with strategy, because then it would be insane. It would actually be absolutely insane. That's a really weird one. I think, I feel like Marshall Pikemen have a good mix. Let's see what Caesar says. Nope, I was wrong. 0.8 on might and 0.56 on strategy is awful. Ram isn't terrible. 0.92 and 0.77. 0.91 and 0.75. I mean, it really depends, because you need skills that require both strategy and might for this to really make sense. So that's with might. King's Blade is with might. This is with might. And that's might damage. Okay, so you're not really... There's really no benefit to this on the Marshall Pikeman. Recovery for armor. Might. Yeah, nah. Who do you think the hint towards Hannibal again, but Ring of Crow? This hints towards you think? Listen, shout out Rise, because he's really coming in clutch with the knowledge. Wait, I've done this wrong. Marshall. No, Cavalry. Where are you? Oh, yeah, 100%. You've got 0.94 might and 1.03 in strategy. 100%. 100%. Let's see what you're... Yeah, same here. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. These guys have got quite... Even Justinian, even though he's the floater, he's literally the floater of the group. These two have crazy scaling for might and strategy. So it is leaning more towards these guys, but I still think there's better rings to be used. Way better rings. Also, just out of curiosity, if you see on my screen, there's hella glitching. Like, if you look at Hannibal's face, there's hella glitching. Does that happen to you guys? This serpent fix Ashoka on next season to pair with Elizabeth and Belisarius for a full strategy lineup. Where Ashoka is might scale hero. He doesn't have 500 plus strategy, only 350 strategy, but 550 might. Yo! So that means you can really boost up his strategy. You can really boost up his strategy. Can't wait for the fight against 27. Should be a good fight. 100%. I'm excited for that. It's also good for Philip, the 4th star for... Which one's Philip? This is embarrassing. I don't... Which one? Is Philip Pikeman? I have not... Ooh, this could actually be decent for Octavian. 0.88 and 0.84. Philip, I feel like he's a swordsman. Help me, guys! Help me! I've never actually used Philip, so I don't have a clue what he is. Is he tactician? Yeah, he is. This could be all right. His might scaling isn't the greatest. His strategy's all right. I feel like if one of them's bad, the other one has to be great. You know what I mean? I feel like if you've got bad might and anything under like 0.7 is probably bad, then you need that 0.9 plus. If we're keeping it 100, it's like 0.9 plus. Also, guys, you know what I want to do quickly? I want to do this really quickly. Let's see. I hope this doesn't... I've got hella characters. Let's go to... I want to do something quickly. Let's go to beta real quick, because I want to... I hope this just logs me in. I usually have issues with this sometimes. Because I want to quickly look at all those beta characters quickly. Bro, is my thingy not working? Alright, cool. Cool. Because this is... The meta is scaring me. The idea of the future meta is scaring me. So let's look at these pikemen first. Because if I'm going to be 100% with you guys, I think these commanders are scary. I think these commanders are extremely scary. Especially... what do you call it? The Tactician Pikeman. Tactician Pikeman as a Lubu main scared the hell out of me. I'm going to keep it real with you. Now, I was looking at them. I was looking at these guys intensely. And these guys look... After launching a normal attack, it's going to deal 1 instance of strategy damage to the enemy troop. It's quite high on the base already at 89%. I think it's going to scale massively. And a strategy bonus. After 3 activations, it's going to trigger a randomly learned secondary strike skill with an increase to damage with the strategy bonus. This guy looks insane. Because what people aren't deeping is, this guy is going to do so many follow-up attacks. He looks like he does a lot of normal secondary strike attacks. He looks like he does a lot of secondary strikes. I see him being a commander that is going to have... the Radiant on him. I just feel like this is going to be a double attack commander. Does this guy... I feel like... This guy increases your commander signature secondary strike skill activation chance. Crazy. Might bonus and strategy bonus is insane. Because both of them scale really high. He's going to have a community... the control immunity. There's going to be... with that percentage, and then immune to all control and some continuous damage effects. Yeah, nah, this guy's going to be disgusting. If you want to know the max skill, divide it by skill number is to divide it per... Okay, that makes sense. I get what you mean. Let me look at his secondary strikes. I think these are all going to... Yeah, of course, secondary strikes. So, this is why I say you're going to want to put this guy in a double attack state. Listen, everything I'm listening to you is after a normal attack. Like, bro, this is nuts. After launching a normal attack, deals strategy damage to the enemy troop. And reduces the enemy commander's might by 8... God damn. 80. Reduces the enemy commander's might by 80 with strategy bonus for... Bro, this is huge. Luckily, it can't be stacked. This is crazy. Let's do the maths again. On the 2.5 with 500 might, that is... It's 200. God damn. 500 might, and you're reducing the commander's might by 200. Bro, these guys are doing literally so much damage, and they're going to receive nothing. Now, what guys, what scares me the most is what people aren't even thinking about. After dealing, was going to deal might damage. Okay, and might and strategy damage. Fuck. Let's see what his scale, like how his scale is. I mean, his might isn't terrible. His might, you can't even hate. His might isn't terrible. His strategy is 1.13, so it's going to be ridiculously high. And his might is not terrible. 0.73, stung at 82. That's, woohoo. This guy is scary for pikemen. Like, this is actually scary. Again, another normal attack. Deals strategy damage each time. When activated, will deal 10% additional damage up to 4 stacks. So, up to 40% additional damage. Enters double. I'm not sure if it's worth using this. 40%, like a level 10 radiant will already do more than this, but you're going to increase your might, strategy, and armor. Oh wait, sorry guys, I came off the chat. Yeah, this is RIP to Lubu. Now, all right, cool. So I've just been listing all of these things off. Do you know why this is crazy? The reason why this is crazy is because, one, we've already seen some of the rings and how they stack. Imagine the Ring of Crow on this. So you're stealing even more might. You're stealing the might, strategy, and armor and adding it to yourself with a high Bro, I might have to get these commanders. I might actually have to go and do it. What are you talking about? This is disgusting. This is actually so bad. This is scary. Like, this is actually so scary. Because what we have here, on top of that, I haven't even got to the big thing. The big thing is, they do strategy damage. Right now, we're in an era where everybody's dealing might damage. Everybody has higher might defense than they do have might strategy defense. Guess what this woman comes in and does? Look what Lizzie does. Just skip to the bottom, yeah? Increase all damage dealt by your heroes with the strategy bonus, of course. Let's see that strategy multiplier, 1.06, of course, so that's quite high. But then, it grants a chance to calculate damage based on the enemy's might or strategy, whichever is lower. Bro, if they are calculating your damage off the lower one as well, which is typically the strategy defense, you're cooked. You are so cooked. Like, this is going to be so much damage to you that you're not being able to defend properly. It's a crazy one. This is a crazy one. Like, these guys are so strong. So strong. Oh, we're so cooked. Us people with the warrior... The thing is, Lubu is strong. Like, Lubu is crazy strong. So, that's a great thing. You have not strategy defense, so not much people have defense to this guy's. Kamani, exactly. People, we are literally going to, like, I might even save up just to get Belisarius. Wait, is Belisarius a wheel hero? If Belisarius is not a wheel hero, I might, in fact, let's see what the cavalry are. Because someone mentioned in the chat, nobody's talking about cavalry, tactician cavalry. And what I like about this is, I've actually got enough gear that I can run this. Like, my gear is fine for cavalry. So, and Belisarius is a wheel. Yeah. Bring him to me. I might have to have a little conversation with Belisarius. Justinian, I can boost him up. Like, I don't have it. I've got him unlocked on my main, but I haven't boosted him. Hannibal, he's in the wheel. He's in that thingy. So I could get him up as well. It really depends. Increase the attribute reduction or pillars by 65 points. Oh, I don't know, guys. Because this guy, I think Belisarius is amazing. I think, especially if I had the Radiant Guardian that I could put on him, this guy could be so insane. I feel like we're going to fall into a meta where the strategy damage is just going to be insane because we just have no counter for it. Ashoka way better. Bro, I don't have Ashoka. The only way is if of course I wouldn't, because I wouldn't break terms of service. But if I did and I bought an account with Ashoka, then I'd be in a perfect position. I'd be in a perfect position. I'm not sure though. Not sure I can get away with that. But yeah, they're looking scary. And then let's go to the biggest, one of this guy here. Oh my god. Look at him. Look at the aura. Look at the aura font. No, no, go back to that. Why was he looking backwards? Why does he have his back to us? Because he knows he's about to change. Like, oh my god, this guy is strong. So when dealing damage with the customizable skills, yeah, has a 65% chance to deal might damage to an enemy troop. 65% chance is more or less me hearing it's going to happen. With quite a high bonus as well. So might damage this guy. I think it scales up quite high. Of course, it's at 1.07. Yeah, that's quite good. And triggers once per turn at most, and then increase your might by a certain amount for 3 seconds. Attack has 50% to ignore enemy defense. Of course, we just love that. It's crazy. And then reduces chance to reduce the damage. This is just insane. This is just crazy. And it's got might bonus, of course. And then his skills just make me feel sick. Is it Child of Prophecy? This skill makes me feel sick. So when hit by a normal attack, there's a 30% chance to immediately counter-attack, dealing might damage to attacker. And look at that damage rate. 135 with might bonus. That's filthy. And then on top of that, you're going to do critical damage taken is reduced. Yeah, we're cooked. Lubu. Do I think Lubu is cooked? I mean, basically, I think that... Do you know what it is? I think that Lubu is going to have to run and flee into rallies. Lubu can deal a lot of damage, yes. Reducing might damage with might bonus is bust. Bro, this is a... you know what? You might have to build a pikeman of some sort. Like, you actually might have to just build a pikeman of some sort. Because you can't have warrior cavalry this good and then tactician cavalry... warrior pikemen that good and tactician pikemen. Tactician pikemen are insane. I think tactician pikemen are going to do so much damage. They look crazy busted. So you guys that are either whales... Bruh, if you guys are whales and you can build this, you're in a sweet spot. Timur pisses me off. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Sorry for the naughty language. But this guy does not make me happy, at all. So yeah, I hear a lot of people say Timur's gonna he's gonna replace Guan. He's gonna replace Rani, depending on what you use. But the issue with Timur is he doesn't do enough, I don't think. Me personally, I don't think he does enough. So, for the first 9 seconds after entering the battle, it's going to increase the hero's damage dealt. Timur doesn't do damage. So that's just a waste. Every 9 seconds after, it's going to increase the hero's damage dealt when serving as a commander, and then reduce the damage taken by a certain amount when serving as second in command. Now, when I did the calculation, that goes up to, I believe it was like 11% if you're serving as second in command. Now, what you need is to get him to 5-star, because you're going to add on another 6 and then another... No, this one. So this is going to add an additional 5% to damage reduction and then 6% to the damage reduction. So I think it scales up to 21% damage reduction every 9 seconds after. And then this is going to make it so that once it does decay, it's not 1/3 every second. It's going to be 1/4 every second. So, yeah, Guan doesn't really do anything. Yeah, that is right. What actually, no, this is what I do with Guan. I'll go back to my main account on 42. And I'll show you how I play Guan, and you lot can let me know what you think, yeah? This guy does critical insight for... Of course, we know critical insight. To be fair, critical insight is one of those rings that you just need to get to level 40. The only difference is 4%. Like, increase the critical strike rate by... At max, it's 14... At 0 stars, it's 10. Like, it's one of you don't even need to put stars into it, really. But this is what you want, yeah. Now, this skill kind of annoys me, because I've seen a few screenshots of it. You the armor piercer guy too on Guan. No, I don't. Oh no, I don't do armor piercer on Guan at all. No way. I'll show you what I do afterwards, yeah. And you guys let me know what you think. So, after any of your heroes triggers a critical strike, well, we know this lineup does hellish critical strikes. It's going to recover your troops' units by 105% with might bonus. That's not bad. Guess they could have buffed that. Maybe 155 with might bonus. Pretty please. And it's going to reduce the troops' damage taken by 5% with might bonus. I personally think that is way too low. I think 5% is nothing. Like maybe 10 to 15% with the might bonus. Then now we're talking. 5% with might bonus, even with high might. Let's say it was 2.5. That's 12.5% damage reduction. That's sweet fuck all. Whereas if it was 10, that's 25%. You know what I mean? So I feel like this really needs to. I think both of these skills are underwhelming. But what gets to me is if you look at reports of Timur, he doesn't trigger. So where it first reads how I read it is after any of your heroes trigger a critical strike. So any critical strike, you're gonna heal. Yeah, but he doesn't. It's built in that he actually does it every 6 seconds. Now, what I've seen is I've done 13 critical strikes in 18 seconds. When I've looked at the reports fighting against different people, I can do 13 critical strikes in 18 seconds. If that was 13 of these procs, that's crazy. But how it's actually playing is that it's doing it every 6 seconds. So that's only 3 of those healing procs. And that is terrible. That is terrible. I'm not sure. Like Rise, I think if it was perfect, I don't think it's scripted how it's written. 12.5% less damage with SS. What do you mean by SS? But some with SS? Oh, signature skill. I knew that. Yeah, true. It's 12.5 plus the 21. So it's 30. At max, it'll be about like 33% damage reduction, which is actually quite good. And then I use Tranquil water, so my damage reduction is quite crazy. I think, yeah. I don't know. I did wish the healing was slightly better, but I can't hate with the signature skill and this. That could be good. To be fair, I'm gonna 5-star this guy anyway. I'm 5-starring Timur. Like, yeah, Gwen, you gotta go. Gwen, you gotta go. No, I'm reading the comments. Now, let me go back to Lubu or Belisarius Cav. I don't know, man. I feel the thing is Lubu's overpowered. Lubu is still so overpowered, so I'm not sure that he's going to be leaving anytime soon. I'm going to do a few more commanders, and I'll go back to my account, and I'll show you what I mean. Read my comment, Soldier Boy. Okay, bro, I think there might be a delay, but yeah, I'm reading it, bro. I'm reading it. Let's look at my baby girl. I'm not sure if any of you guys have watched Vikings. I love Vikings, and I love the character Lagertha. She's cool. Now, this was my thing. We've got the scary pikemen coming through. So what should I do? I should build swords. I think that makes logical sense, no? Like, I feel that I will build 5 cav march over time. Watch me. Cavs are cool because they do move quickly. I do like that. This grape juice. Listen, guys. True juice, grape juice is the best. All right. So Lagertha. So we've seen something new. Piercing. I think what's his name does piercing. I think King Arthur does piercing. Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. All right, cool. So Lagertha, talk to me, baby. So we've got deals might damage to the enemy. The activation chance isn't that high. It's only 22%. Maybe we use I think is it Skyward Knight that does the boost to the signature skill. I'm not sure. It might have been that one. But alright, cool. So you're going to deal might damage to the enemy with a might bonus. Then a 30% chance to increase by 10% every 3 seconds up to 70%. That's quite cool. And then to also... With a 30% chance, increases by 10% every 3 seconds up to 70 seconds to ignore enemy defense. Okay, that's cool as well. Applies judgment to your hero and the commander. When activating signature active skills, there is a 17.88% chance to activate the skill an additional time. That is sick. Like this looks sick. And then reduces by 30. So chance to activate the skill an additional time. Damage reduced by 35%. Maximum 1 trigger per turn. Damage reduced by 35%. Oh, so maybe when you activate the active skill, when you activate a signature active skill, it's going to decrease the damage by 35%. That's how I'm reading it. That's how I'm reading it. I'm going to get Lagatha though. I'm going to get Lagatha 5-star, and I'm probably going to get Timur like 5-star. So I'm gonna have to stack up gold gems and those universal heads because there's a lot of power creeping, and I don't want to be left behind. Piercing looks no, this looks cool. So let's look at all her customizable skills. So deal might damage to enemy troop, damage rate of 300% with might bonus, and recovers your unit. God damn! 135 with might bonus, and let me see baby girl, because I know this is going to scale mad high. 1.01, that's not terrible. It's got decent strategy as well, and decent armor. Alright, she's not, alright, cool. So, a bit well-rounded, but having over 1, basically 1, that's cool, on the might scale. So, deals high might damage to enemy troop, 350% with might bonus. Raging Bloodline. After using 3 signature active skills, increases the might of your hero with the highest might by 50. Increase the damage by 10% with might bonus. Reduce the critical strike damage taken by 30%. Ooh. Ooh. Remember, 500 might. That's 2.5 on the multiplier. That'll be 25 increase to their damage. Could be quite good. Even with only 43% activation, the skills triggered often. Yeah. This is what we want. Yeah. Raging Bloodline. Yeah. I think this is what you're going to be going for, man. I think this is what you're going to be going for 100%. Reduce the critical strike damage taken. Yes, please. And the thing is, it's after using 3 signature active skills. Will it be just... The question is it just for Lagatha, or is it for all your commanders? Because if it's for all your commanders, yeah. If it's for any of your commanders' active signature active skills, crazy. This is going to go dummy. And then high spirit, increase the activation chance of your hero's active skills. This could be quite sick. Like, do you know what you could do? You could increase the of your heroes. Oh, is it just this? If it's just this one's active skill, that's not. I mean, that's not terrible. This is the active skill, isn't it? Yeah, that's not too bad. It's gonna. Yeah, you could get this mad high. You can get this mad high. You can get this mad high. You know what? Yeah. Mia Yoda Lagtha is the solution for warrior and tactician pikemen, sir. You think? You know what? Yeah. Guys, I think the decision I'm making is my second march, as sad as it is to say that I've spent all of that on the Radiant, I think I'm going to go with the swords. I need to counter these pikemen somehow. And I know this is a team game. I know that everybody needs to play their part. Like, not everybody needs to cover everything. But, Rise, yeah, 100%. These guys are busted, man. This is crazy. Like, I'm going to need, I think, Lagatha. So the thing is, on my account, because I focused so hard on Lubu, I didn't really build anything else out. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to build out Miyamoto. That's mad cheap, VIP. I'm basically VIP 12 now. I'm like 100 Empire coins away from VIP 12. And I could literally do that on this stream. Unless somebody wants to do it for me. Shameless plug. So I need to do Miyamoto to 5-star. I've got Yoda. And I'll need to make her 5-star. Probably, ideally 5-star. And then I need Lagatha to 5-star. On top of that, I'm going to need to push Timur to 5-star. So I've got stuff cut out for me. I've got like that next play cut out for me. Because I can't lie to you. It's just, there's so many good commanders. And where there's good commanders, if you can't... How I see it is, if I cannot have the good commander, I need to counter the good commander. And Tactician Pikemen and these bloody... Tactician Pikemen and Warrior Pikemen are just too strong. Bro, you do my top up. Do mine, please. But yeah, actually, no, to be fair, I've maxed the Bogo. I didn't max the Bogo. I didn't do the 49.99 Apex. I'm gonna do that one tomorrow because I think tomorrow is the research day, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I've already got I think I've got 5,000 Apex now, so that'll be like another 10,000 on top. And I'm just gonna use those on research days because I really want to push on the all unit buffs. I'm a buff person, so I want all the buffs, and then I can get the troop skin. I think I'm 40k away from completing the 40k Empire coins away from completing the troop skin, so that should be mad easy. If you have Mia and Yoda, it's better to use Trib, in my opinion, than Lagatha. Ooh, what's your opinion for wanting to for choosing Lagatha over Trib? If you have Mia and Yoda, it's better to use Trib. I can do that as well. I've got Trib 1-star. It's just, for me, I'm going to have to go crazy on the universal heads. I'm going to have to go absolutely crazy on universal heads to like get everybody to the right level. I don't mind. And if I have to counter, it would be crazy. Mia can trigger 4 signatures. Let's see Mia. Let's take a look at my boy Mia. So again, I don't really use him. Deals 1 instance of damage to the enemy. I know that skill's quite high, and has a certain percentage chance to let the hero of the highest might, excluding the caster, cast a signature active skill or a turn-based. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's huge. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. And then Yoda. I know Yoda does a crazy amount of damage too. Deals might damage once to the target and adds 1 stack of deterrence, which each stack of deterrence increases the hero's might by a certain amount, up to 4 stacks. There's a certain chance to enter damage immunity state for 1 second, during which all damage is ignored. Ew! That's nasty! Any star helps in stats, but is not like a need. Trib works at 0 stars, at 1 star, and 3 star. She doesn't need 5 at all. Alright, cool. So what I could do is, I could push... So what I could do is, I can go... Let's go back to my account now, because I think we've looked at these guys. Let me show you what I'm working with now. And we can go from there. Pieman will bow down to this lightning 100%. Any stars help? Oh no, it's not going to let me log in. Sometimes this happens where it just doesn't let me log in. So I have to like try like 5 times before I log in. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to close the screen so you lot can't see it. Bro, just let me log in. Oh, this game always does this to me. When I like switch around my accounts for too long, it's just like, yeah, nah. You're not logging back in. Wait, this was a hack that I found. Yeah. Bro, let me log. They're holding my account ransom. No, we go off it and then we go back on. Are you being oh no, guys, please. You see what this game is doing to me? I think I might have to close down the app. Finally. The thing is, this is going to log me into a different account, I promise you. Always happens. Alright, cool. Guys, I'm just going to have to, like, close the screen because you guys can't see this bit. Is that how I do it? Alright, cool. I'm just logging back into my account. I don't want anyone to see just yet. No! No, wrong one. Damn it! Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Hey man, Cree, why you hate account is banned for giving Shark bad placement? I'm still like, when I can log in, I'll put the screen back on for you guys. There's some sensitive information that I need to put back in. Alright, is it logged me in? Oh wait, no, I made the mistake, so now I can log back in. Account, switch, alright, cool. Wait, what? Oh, okay, no, that should be fine. It just said to me, bro, why can't I log in? This game is gonna get me mad. No, alright. Yeah, okay, that should be me in now. No, and it's still not the right account. Let's go. Show us credit card. Yeah. I'll show you all the goodness. I'll show you all the good stuff. Bro, why won't it... Okay, no. Calm and serenity. 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 Calm. This is why I really wish I could, like, stop an account being associated with my login. And I don't know. I think it's because of... Well, I know why. I can't, it takes time. You got kicked from 42. Yeah, I got banished. I got banished for giving away all our tips and secrets. Okay, yeah. No. Let me in. There we go. Finally. Oh my goodness. Wait, no. Still not the right one. Oh my goodness. I think that this has literally taken me like the last 5 minutes on stream to log into my account. God forbid this was easy. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just log me in. Alright, cool. I think... Wait, hold on. Is it not even streaming my screen anymore? What's going on? Oh, I'm not sure if you guys can actually see it anymore. Oh, we don't want him anymore. Wait, 1 second. I'm not sure if you guys can see the screen, so I need to just keep... Can you not see the screen? I'm not sure if you can or not. Alright, yeah, perfect. That took ages to get back. Alright, cool. So basically, earlier in the stream, Rise was saying, what do I do with Lubu? So I'm going to test out, it's going to be during our Mightiest Empire this weekend. I want to test out hella different things. Me and Cree have tested things out, but knowing me and my double thinking self, my overthinking self, I just need to, I need to double check. I need to double check to make sure that things are still working as they should be. So this is what I do. I don't do armor piercing on Guan. Instead, I had Berserker and Fatal Blow. Why do I have these? Excellent question. Excellent question. Now, we know that with Lubu's signature skill, anytime any hero deals a crit, it's going to increase Lubu's customizable skill by 50%, 100% chance to do one more attack. So this is what I'm weighing off. I took off the critical insight, so that's 10% down on Lubu's... I'm not sure how high his critical strike is on my build, maybe like 60%. And in return, we've got Fatal Blow that can deal. So it's one more attack that can deal a critical strike per round. Upgrade ring to 30 ASAP. I don't even... Bro, I think I need to buy some packs for that, and I don't think I want to do that. Dude, you need to find out in iPad a way to change app aspect from ratio. To be fair, I don't mind. I like that it cuts off because then people can't see everything. I actually like that it cuts off the VIP. I feel critical insight is a must. I still have it. So let's do the math. So that's 11.6, yeah? Let's see. What are we doing? Not this one. So increases the hero's critical strike rate by 25%. What is the base level of critical strike? Does anyone know in the chat? What is the base level of critical strike? Because surely not that it's starting from 0. This one increases just this hero's critical strike rate by 32%. And then for the first 15 seconds, additionally increases this hero's by 45%. So that's 75%, and that's max already. Lubu is... Yeah, no. Does anyone know what the base rate for critical strike is? Because if it's 0, then maybe you're right. I should switch it back over. But I had a feeling was it like 15% or something? I don't know. I've actually no clue. And I hate that it doesn't tell me where. Hero's base critical strike is 0%. Damn it! When there is no skill. So critical strike only occurs when through normal attacks and skills. Damage will be 60 increased. Alright. So I'm missing out quite a lot then, because that's increases by 32%. I don't think this adds anything to critical strike. Heroes can't crit except if they have skills to increase crit base. Base is 0. You know, what's it? Guan can crit with this. Look. So after launching a normal attack, it deals might damage to the normal enemy, but this has a chance, so this can deal critical strikes. So my reasoning is, if you've got a skill, on top of the normal attacks that can potentially do critical strike, if you've got a skill that also does critical strike, you're increasing the chances of this Lubu signature skill from happening. Because the more opportunities you're giving to any hero to critical strike, the better. Now, does that outweigh me adding the extra 10% to Lubu for his? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So, and I think in my next Mightiest Empire, I'm just going to play about with it, really. Because at the same time, I just want to play about with some things. You know, when you're using one lineup, you lot don't get the opportunity to, like, play about with different things. I'm using this one lineup, so it's like, I want to just, like, play about with it. Again, Pioneer testing, we did a lot of testing, but we did a lot of max level testing. We did a lot of testing with absolute max. So when you cut critical insight, you cut your Lubu damage. Yeah. You prefer Lubu with plus 14 damage or Lubu casting a skill? Oh, it's true. It's plus 14 with the plus 14% chance to critical strike. So he does too much damage. But then if that procs, it's not crazy. To be fair, a critical strike would outweigh your... So which one should we go? Alright, so then, alright, cool. If that's the case then, which one do you think I should opt for? Give this guy Berserk with and crit does best in rally. Berserker and Fatal in open field. I'm going to be open fielding a lot. What we could do is crit first 18 seconds will crit for Guan Yu. Yeah, 100%. First 18 seconds, he's got 75% chance. It's actually maxed. Yeah, you should give us a thing to do friendly matches with alliance mates. Doing friendly matches with troop losses. Yeah, that's facts. Because I want to test it out. I want to test it out with just my account in comparison to the Pioneer account. Because I think when me and Creed tested, the one he said in chat, so the Berserk plus crit was doing great for the rallies, and then the Berserk and Fatal for open field. Everything critical equals 100% extra damage, so 14 extra is 14% damage over time. It's true. How are we going to play this? Should we go back to... I think, chat, we're going to go back to the critical. Because at the same time, let's not act like Lubu isn't the bulk of the damage. And to be fair, if I've got the Daisy as well, it would make more sense to maximize my chance for critical strike. Just so then I've got you guys through. Yeah? Seems like someone's comments. Alright, yeah, let's do that. So what do I need to do? Alright, cool. So I'm going to be... Hit 120 level thing. What's the 120 level thing? What are we going to do? Alright, which one should... Alright. One of these two gotta go. Berserk plus crit does better in rally. I'm going to be rallying a lot. But then I won't get this skill. And this skill won't then deal a critical strike. So then it's less chance for his signature to proc. Do 10-10 hit. Oh, hit the... Oh, I get what you mean. Thing you collect speeds every hour. Oh, yeah, I get what you mean. Mine's at level 98. Is everybody else's level 98? Or is it just mine? Should it be level... No, supply depot. Oh, okay. Bench Guan for Rani. Yeah, nah, not happening. My Rani's not 5-star. I wish I could... I swear, the thing is, if this changes, that's not going to be great, is it? Just 5-star Rani so you can bench her in next season. Yeah, no, bro, you guys think I'm not a whale out here. I don't have the opportunity to do that shit, bro. Because... Actually, how many of these do we usually get? I haven't done these all day, so I should have a few. I'm not going to be able to do all of that. You know what? Let's just do Is it a sword as well? No, it's a cavalry. That's gonna change shit though. You said that I could do the what you call it, the supply. That's it. What's it called? I swear I can redo levels if I want to. Is that a thing? Guys, I swear that's a thing. Like, you're gonna have to help. You're dealing with a noob here. I swear I can, like, redo levels if I want to. If I want to do, like, level 80 again, like, I should be. Or can I not? That sucks. Why can I only do one level? Like, why can't I redo level? Because if I clear this and it goes stronger the next round, that doesn't really make sense. Level 105. Just 5-star rating. No. Harold much better than Gran. You trust me? Yeah, no. How do I redo the level then? Challenge higher levels. I don't want to challenge a higher level. I want to challenge this level. It's always the same in rallies. It only procs one thing. That's why you nerf to. You can redo max level. I haven't got to max. Oh, so I'm gonna have to get to max level first. Oh, I can't really test that then. That's a shame. How else could I look at it then? To be fair, let's look at what was dealt. So this was with the two. So this was with Berserker, and then this was with Fatal Blow. Yeah. Let's actually look at the damage split of what he did. To be fair, this is meaningless because we've got nothing really to compare it to. I would prefer if we had something consistent to compare it to. In 3 times he dealt it. I mean, he did a decent amount of damage, but I'm not sure. Like, you can redo max level. I don't think I can get to max level, bro. Like right now, I don't think I'll bro. I'm not lazy. Do you know what it is? What I'll do is, like, one time off stream, I'm just gonna, like, farm up to max level, so then I can repeat it. Just not right now. Yeah, your boy ain't got no. Your boy is not doing that right now. What I'm probably gonna do, the way to test for free is in Island Tactics, not in Bounty for Explorations. Ooh. You can tell that I'm a noob because I don't even know where stuff is. Should I take... Wait, can I redo levels in Island Tactics, though, or not? Because if I can deal with things and, like, redo... Can I even see, what's it called? The reports in Island Tactics. Because if I can't see the reports, how am I going to compare it? Legendary Scroll in Fatal Blow seems kind of waste. His can-do crit hit does not get different with higher level. And to be fair, that is true. Yeah, do an island level. Alright, but let's just remove everybody else. So we just have... And don't laugh at my farming marches. They're probably not correct, but hey man, I literally put them out for armories and that's it. Just force lose and you'll... Alright, cool. Skip animation. Are you in any Discord? Bro, I'm in basically every Discord. Like, you can type in Discord as well. I'll see that. Ooh, my baby boy is like, he's all trapped in a corner. Let's move you over there. Bro, ultra level lazy. Oh, because I don't do this. Yeah, no, I know. How do I force the lose? How do I force the lose? If I pause it, well, I won't be able to see the reports. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, I won't be able to see the reports. You know, because we soloed that oh, it was details! Oh, I didn't click it. Alright, I know what to do. Alright, we'll try that again. So you'll go 4 matches next season, need tons of gear until then. Bro, you think I'm going to, after battle, can view? Yeah, I saw. Nope. Exit. Alright, cool. We'll redo this test properly again. 1 second. Let's just get rid of auto sync and remove you guys. The thing is, I love this community. Look at how you guys are educating me on all the things of the game that I don't know. I know how to swipe, and even that I don't swipe too hard. Alright, cool. Alright, let's do it now. and we attack. Let's see how this one goes. Details. All right, cool. Let's just look at each individual. Do you know how? All right, then. Let's do it like this, yeah? We're going to go through how this looks. Just look at each of the different ones, and then we'll just go to with the critical in strike. So let's screenshot that. I mean, with this one, Guan's hitting just about 30k damage. We got Lulu at 120. This barely procs though. It was a 10-second fight. It's only procced once. Did it crit is the question. This procced 7 times. So that must mean there was 7 different instances of critical. I wish it would tell me though exactly which one was a critical strike. I feel like that gives me the feeling it was, purely because his the damage was crazy just for one activation. And they say 42 is organized, bro. Listen, just be prepared for the weekend, all right? Just tune into the stream on the weekend and you'll see organization. I promise you. All right, cool. So what I'll do is, let me go back now, and which ones are we switching around? His weak spot hit was crit. All right. So which one are we taking off? Which one are we switching to have critical insight? You lot let me know. Are we doing the berserk? Are we taking it off? Are we doing the fatal blow? Fatal, all right. To be fair, we don't actually even need to like level this up much. Should we level it up even at level 10? Because if I get it to max, it's just like 4%. I'm not sure how much crazy that is. Critical in strike proc is not the amount of crit. It's the number of turns that you have crits, but you can have many crits in the same turn. Number of turns that you've had crit. Oh, it's the number of turns. All right, cool. I don't really need to put any stars into this. So I'm not going to. We're going to do such a lopsided test, but it's a test nonetheless. Alright, let's see. Of course, this is a boss fight. I'm not sure how even that's going to be. Hopefully this loses the boss fight. Doubt it will. And then we can compare it that way. Golly. Details. I was about to press next. You don't understand how close I was to pressing next. Alright. So obviously, what you're going to expect is... God damn! The damage was like... Obviously, Guan's damage drops. That's fucking different. Gee Louise. I'm going to go back to... I'm going to switch it back again because I just want to see something, because I only looked at the one report to see Lubu's damage. On average, it does look higher, but I'm going to switch it back again just to see. Look at you guys just making me stronger. Oh, I fucking love you guys. Making me stronger. Alright, let's replace that again and look back on it. You're too low in levels, haha. I'm at... Oh, yeah, bro, I don't really do this. Like, I've never just, like, left my iPad. Like, I feel like that's what I'm going to need to do one day. I'm just going to have to, like, leave this on and just stream. Like, just let it just, like, go through all the levels. Let's try that. Average YouTuber test. 100%! The thing is, Kree is so easy. No, he's sly with it. He's not sly with it, but he's sly with it. I mean... So yeah, we can see, like, noticeably less. Yeah. The fights are shorter. Alright. I'm gonna switch it. Like, I'm gonna do it again. Like, I know, guys. I'm not saying that this is the perfect way to test. I'm never saying that this is the perfect way to test. But oh, Discord. Oh wait, no, I don't have an actual Discord. What I'll do is just message me in like the main Discord, and I'll go on my phone so I can read it. Don't go to max level. If you want to do that, you can test for free. Yeah, that's so true. And I'm not saying, I'm not trying to say that this is the perfect way to test. I'm just kind of getting like an overall average. Replace. To be fair though, if I, because then I could just max this out. Not that like, how much different is it when it's at max? Not that much. I guess I could use the stars for elsewhere, but what are we doing? All right, yeah. Like a goldfish already forgetting. All right, let's see this one again. You need to pay attention on how long the time was to finish the battle. All right, in 4 seconds, crit was 7. Can I test Miyamoto? I don't even have Miyamoto to test. I really would if I had him, but I don't have him to test. It's more a Pioneer thing, but then on the Pioneer, as we know, everything's maxed out, so it wouldn't be realistic to like my actual account. It's 16 times 2.5. Can you test Miyamoto lineup, please? Doesn't have me yet, I think. Yeah, I don't have him maxed. Not even close. Can someone go, like, I swear you can go backwards in the stream so you can like compare the times taken, because I feel like the other fights were slightly shorter. I feel like they were like close to 4 seconds. These are like, so far these have been 7 seconds. At the same time, I'm fighting like a different level of enemy, so that can play a part. But these fights are definitely longer. Wait, 5-star has higher might. Wait, which one are we talking? Which one are we talking? Okay, what about exchanging Guan Yu with Rani? Luba Lieutenant Rani? Yeah, it's not gonna happen. I'm not pumping Rani to 5-star. That would require me to use universal heads. And I'm not doing that. I'm not Richie Rich. I'm just not pumping it. So the ring yeah, Nightwolf, I just leave it on Attila because he's got the higher might. So I get more out of the might bonus. So 4 versus 7 seconds. Guan has way higher might. My Nightwolf. Wait. You need to pay attention. Oh, the time of the fight more than the damage itself. All right, cool. Let's switch back the ring. So, all right, cool. So let's look at. Oh, my screen bugged. All right, cool. So let's see that again. So these were. That was all 7 seconds, really. Now let's see. Let's switch it back again and see which ones will like. Let's see if the other one is noticeably shorter. Yeah. As you can see, I'm using like maximum brain power with this because I'm confusing the hell out of myself. I'm using close to maximum brain power. If I ever seem like I'm sounding slow, I'm trying to really think hard through it. All right. So we switch back here. Let's look at the times when we compare it. Fatal works better because Guan Berserk proc all the time. Details. 10 seconds. 13. 16. 9. That's an outlier. 6. Wait, what? Oh, this is so. This is. They need a mode where I could just test freely that isn't Pioneer. They actually need a mode because this is. As I said, this is 100% brain power. Why Nightwolf on Attila? Yeah, let me show you guys. Exit. If you're using Berserker, Nightwolf should be on. Oh, but then Guan's. Yeah, Guan during. Alright, help me with this because outside. So on this page, I've got 500 might on Attila, and I've got 478 on Guan. However, when this goes up, when this procs, Guan's gonna like Guan Yu, his might is gonna skyrocket. His skyrocketed in game, so during the actual fight itself. Would that then mean that Nightwolf is not taking the base one that we see here, the overview, but actually the one in game? Is that what you guys are saying? If you don't use Berserker, then no point using Guan at all. So I've got Berserker. Okay, cool. So let's switch this over then. Let's switch that over. Alright, and then you get the Tranquil. Look at you guys. You guys are just gonna make it better. You guys are making me better for the fight versus server 27. All right. The thing is, I'll be so realistic with you guys. This is gonna be so difficult to properly test because I think what's gonna keep happening is I'm gonna keep switching, not really knowing which one's gonna be faster or not. And unless I test them properly, I'm going with what I'm going to trust what you lot are saying. Yeah, I'm going to trust what you lot are saying, and I'm going to go with Berserker and then Critical Insight, just so then I've got a higher chance of critical damage for Lubu. And then fingers crossed. But then also, will the fight take longer because people have to move closer to me? You know what I mean? Like that. This fight's taking longer, but they had to walk towards me. Actually, no, that was much longer than the last one. Okay, I'm too low. So, all right, what I'll do is let me level. I'll in the background before like the next stream. I'll just level that. I'll keep leveling this up over time, and then boom. Yeah, I think that should. Yeah, no, I think that would be the plan. So, what we'll do is we'll go off with what you lot have said so far. I'm gonna go Berserker because it's basically all the time. I will get if I'm doing that. Then I'll be real. What I'll do is I'll reset this, and then I'll reset this just so then this can be maxed because why not? And then I guess any leftover I can just put into the critical instrikes. Not that it changes much, but I guess I can do that. All right, I can't wait for tomorrow because tomorrow I've got my research days. I'm gonna use all of these. Not, are they great? No, not really. I'm gonna use all of them though, but none of them are crazy good. Like I'll use these two. This one, yeah. Like what I'm probably gonna do tomorrow is like use all of these on the research, and then reset it again. So I'll just get 2 rounds of research with all these prices. Unless I get like a really good coupons tomorrow, that's probably what's gonna happen. I do 1v1s in Ireland with my main march and put all the other 4 marches to die to the other 4 troops. And after my main loses to the other 4 is the best way. Alright, cool. So when Berserk goes up, my attack should go up by 20. I think it should be even higher than that. But we can do the maths. Let's Fatal Blow. Fuck it. Why not? Let's just advance it to max. Cool. So it's 160 with might bonus. What is your base might? His base might is 478, yeah. Times by 2.4 multiplier. 2.4 multiplier times by the 160. That's 384. God damn. So 384 plus 478. Giving us 862 times by, so 3.58. So 3.58 times 12.3. This is saying to me 40%. Now I'm getting 40%. That's fucking insane. No, it's 0.3. Wait, hold on. No, skill effect. Yeah, no, skill effects are 0.3. So yeah. So it's about 40%. That's mad. How do you know what tomorrow's research bundles or event? I'm just assuming it is, bro. I'm assuming it is because right. This is what Cree said, and it makes sense. If we look here, so right now it's what gear, skills, training. Yeah. If you look along the top, we had built. So we started with technology. Yeah. Then we had building, and then we have training. The skills. So we've got training and skills today. It looks like. I know. I feel like gems are every day. Oh, they're not. Okay. I feel then 100% with. We'll definitely have technology again tomorrow then. It should be right. Is Berserker also affected by the 180% bonus on stats? It's not right. I don't know. You lot, there's too much maths going on. My brain is already running at 100%. My brain's already running at 100%. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to buy some hammers for this one. Ah, that's so annoying. I think 20 hammers should do it. So I can get 10 hammers today, 10 hammers tomorrow, get that to 30. Um, I'm not moving. I'm not putting anything else into these two rings. Like in the meantime, I'm probably just gonna. In the meantime, I'm probably just gonna make sure to keep stacking stuff. Like keep stacking gear, get it as high as possible. Get that to full 70. I think these are already on full 60, but again, probably get that all to 70, then move to the next one, all 70, all 70. I've got so many of those purple blueprints and blue blueprints to go through to level things up. But yeah, we'll see. Should be fun for the weekend. We've got server 27. Let's see how it's looking. 8.7 to 10.6 with 1. What's that? 1.89 behind. Is what it is. Is what it is. I'm looking forward to it though. I'm trying to go crazy. Let's see. Server 27. I'm not sure what to expect. I'm not really sure what to expect. We've played against some of their top people already in Wonder Contest. 7 guys over 60 mil. 16 guys over 16. 34 over 40. Power of the alliances. They're quite good. It's got a quite good split. 4.144. That's quite good. And then when we look at our peeps ranking, so we've got only 4 over 70 mil. We've got 10 over 60. 33 over 50. How many over 40? 62 over 40. A decent amount. Decently top heavy. We know that the split isn't as pretty as theirs. We've got 4.89, 3.8, and 3, and 2.7. All those top 4 will... Wait, why did that just switch? Yeah, those top 4 will show up. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited for not exactly a prep stage kingdom, huh? No, bloody hell no. 42's never been like a prep stage kingdom because it's like... Everybody's hoarding. Nobody really, like... We like the PvP aspect 100%. Like, when it comes to PvP in the voice chats, we get crazy amounts of people, like turned up in the voice chats. That's fun. But actual prep stage and all, like, the PvE stuff, yeah, no. The biggest miss. They'll get out worlds, won't even be close. I think... Yeah, I think, to be fair, their activity is good. Like, I know their activity is good, but I'm not sure how... I'm not sure how well that will turn out in their favor. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there is a cutoff point for whaling versus activity. That's why I can't wait for migration. You can make like activity skyrocket again. Just bring in like fresh like active players, which I guess is the whole point of migration. Like make sure you're beefy and then make sure that you're active. Prep stage points, yeah. So let's see what we got. Rankings. Total. So day 1. Day 1 I did sweet nothing. You should whale out and get ship skin. I don't like the ship skin. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe I should. To be fair, I've got the troop skin. Like I'm like one off the troop skin. I think after tomorrow with the research, I'll get the troop skin. The actual ship skin. Do you know what it is? There's so much nicer skins. At the same time, though, skins are mad useful. Did you know the bone? Yeah, I know that they stack. That's the crazy thing. That's what I was about to say. Like having all of them stack is quite useful. Oh yeah, they went crazy on the unit training. Like these top three guys, top four, like they went crazy on the day two unit training. 355 mil. That's yeah. Tribal elimination. Oh, that's today. I mean, I did a decent amount. I'm at 100. I could like maybe push a bit more. But no. In terms of alliances, oh, we're top. Really? That's surprising. Um, but yeah, no. To be fair, I don't care about none of this stuff. Like, I'm waiting for the cross server raids. The cross server raids are probably the best part of the Midas Empire. That hour and a half of just like killing troops. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. Our top whale has 22% attack from these themes. Damn. 22% attack just from themes is crazy. I think my themes is like 4%. It's like something mad low, like mad low. But yeah. To be, I get that. I get the point of it because it does stack. So I can understand why you want to make sure that you have loads of them. Me personally, dog, I'm lazy. Your boy is just not. I'm not. If I was a whale, 100%. What time zone does 42 pick? We just kind of vote on it. We haven't done a vote, so I don't know. What have we voted for? I don't think we. No, we haven't. What? I don't know why I'm asking. I'm the one that helps organize that. We haven't done a vote for the time. It depends on what we're looking at, really, because sometimes we choose 19 UTC. Sometimes it might be 1 UTC. Sometimes we've literally. I think the last few me's we've done every single time zone. We're good. We're quite good in all time zones because like. I think in 42 you've got a lot of like sleepless people that don't really care. You've got a lot of people that just don't care, but yeah, it's one of those ones where we can just quickly. I don't know if you like, we just vote which we're feeling and then boom, go from there. I don't know really what the parameters are. I just know that when I look at time zones, I think 19 UTC is strong because I know LOD. We get over 100 people easy online at 19 UTC. That's easy. Red and Vic have so many tryhards in their team, so they can have good turnout. Even though it's like mainland time is quite early morning, they turn out quite well. I think our last one was 4 UTC, and again, I think we had about 80 people online, and then Vic and Red had quite a lot of people online. At 1 UTC, I think last time we had about 90 people online, so it was quite crazy. But yeah, so we don't really mind which time zone it is. We're going to turn up anyway. Did 42 have a caveat where you were struggling? So in terms of struggling, so I'd say the biggest struggle was server 40 because at that time I think we had put there was a lot of rally mechanics that a lot of servers don't use that we just abuse. Like we abuse them a lot. And in terms of the server that caused us the most trouble was server 40 because on the open field we were being so disorganized. I felt like we were being so chill in voice chat and just like kind of like YOLOing in the field, and then we realized, wait, hold on, these guys are actually quite strong. So then it just came down to like knowing the rally mechanics, doing the double rallies, the taxi rallies, because to an extent, depending on your opponent, you can win the Midas Empire with no open field. Like you can just rally. You might require one taxi rally to like stop their reinforcements one time, but once you have it, then you just need to keep taxiing. But not really. I guess our biggest opponent is our prep stage. I think prep stage is the biggest opponent because anybody with like, if you wanted to cheese it, if you didn't want to fight and you just wanted a win without having to fight, win the prep stage and just don't show up and like make sure your hives aren't close. And if that happened to us, then yeah, we would lose. But I'm not sure. I don't think people in this game would want to do that purely because it's like you've spent all that money leveling up your account just to not fight. That's a bit weird. Like, why are you then it becomes like a cosmetic game where you're just spending for cosmetics, but you don't actually want to. Like, yeah, I think prep is so dumb. Like, we're just wasting resources, and I think like people want to hoard for MGE. it's like it's a drag to try and like persuade people to like push. Like if they want to, let's be realistic here. If you're confident, like if let's say for example you're a kingdom that is confident that you can beat the enemy kingdom even with like even while you're losing the prep stage, why? What incentive is there to then push in the prep stage? Because if you're confident that you can still win, and I can save these resources for MGE or just for like pushing when I want to push, then what's the point? Like what? Like it's a hard time convincing people to then push. And given this game again, I don't think this game is that free to play friendly. I think if you optimize your spending, you can do a lot. I think I've done that well. Like I've optimized my spending. You can see I'm not big power. I'm not big power at all. But I was able to get full reds. Okay, no, not full reds. These two full reds, and then red and gold, a decent rings, decent tech. Like I've got myself to a decent level without having to go crazy, just by optimizing the spending. And I'm just gonna keep doing that. And to do that though, you need to save stuff. I can't just be spending everything for Mightiest Empire. It's not gonna work. It's just it doesn't make sense. But the 3% buff from winning is useless. And then also defenders can use war machines. I push on prep because I like the prep prizes. I just unlock the hero after, and I don't care. To be fair, that's so true. To be fair, I don't. I feel like for Ramses, I don't like spend enough to like use him properly. So I can't. I'm not. I could 5-star him, but like the gear wouldn't be great. The rings wouldn't be great. That would take a lot. Like it would take me a long time to get him to his full potential, and I'm against that purely because if it's taking me ages to get to the full potential, in that time that I'm wasting, not wasting, but in the time taken to get to full potential, I'm just feeding. And that doesn't make sense to me. I want to be cooking in that time. So Luby he just made sense. He just made a lot of sense. But yeah, fingers crossed. You see this one. I didn't get so yeah, this is what I've done. I haven't actually gone crazy in this event. I'm not sure if you can see it on your screen. So I've got 5,000 Apex. I will do the top up tomorrow to the 499 one, so I can double that. So then I can just like literally use all my tokens on research. That should maybe if I get good tokens, I could potentially get it to the 350k. I'm not like it's not be all end all for me if I get it or not. Like I want this last one, and then I'm sweet, and then I get 5 days of speed ups. I like that, which is cool. I'm gonna wait and see if this resets. Because if this resets, I'll go to the 499 one again. 49.99 one again. But then the main thing for me is if I have research and gems again, I'm using all of these. Like I'm gonna do that last top up. The only reason I didn't do that top up straight away is because I know myself. I would get it to 0 too quickly, and then I'm just like spending more than I need to. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna max out all these tokens on research because I just assume it's gonna be it might be the last day. I'm not trusting it to rerun again, so I might get it all done tomorrow. I think that's the plan, and then we can see how far into tech that we can get to. Because I'm small. I'm 35 mil, and the reason why I want tech. This is my reasoning for tech. Yeah. My research isn't great. I've done full tier 7, but I'm just off these all unit buffs, and I want the all unit buffs. How is Apex Arena in 42? Top 10 crazy. I think top 20 is kind of crazy because there's just too many heavy hitters. Like, let's see. So we've got Dalag at 120. Shannara is there. Ethical. Ethical has a crazy warrior pikeman. Like Ethical's warrior pikeman is crazy. Gueri is strong. Yeah, no, a lot of these top 10s, like, bro, it would be a waste to hit these guys. Actually, let's challenge it. Oh wait, no, we can't even hit any top 10 people. Like, I can't lie, that top 10 is disgusting. Pretty sure all of them are like over 60, 70 mil. No, all of them are over 60 mil def. Oh wait, no, I can see them. I can see it on the right. I wasn't even looking. Yeah, so the lowest is 50 mil. Try is strong though. He's got his commanders are mainly like red 2 gems. Like he's a really, really condensed player. It's disgusting. Tomorrow will bring ring mats, I think, but who knows? If it brings ring mats, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind it. Wait, how will it? I don't think so. Because that's not one of the options, is it? Nah, bro. Gem, it will either be, well, we had building and I think training yesterday. And then hero gems. No, we're defo getting technology tomorrow. I pray that we're getting technology tomorrow. I don't want another day. Like, my plans work for it to be technology tomorrow. I just want to get this done with. I want to start the all unit buffs so that I can scale my buffs up. I really just want to push on my bonuses. I want to get my might attack to 500. I want to get my health to over 70%, and then the defense to like 340. And I'll be happy with this lineup, and then I can focus on who is next. But yeah, I've been yapping for a long time. I'm really hungry, and my voice is getting really hot. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. We didn't actually finish the tier list. We did a lot with we went off on a tangent. But guys, I appreciate this. We're all here. We're all addicted to this game. Let's just pray that the developers don't ruin it. But I think the community is what's keeping it. So guys, appreciate you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm definitely going to stream again on Sunday. There's a lot of Mightiest Empires, a lot of good Mightiest Empires. So if you see me in main Discord, let me know which ones to cover, and we'll go from there. And in the meantime, I'll probably make a Discord server as well so we can chat. And if it's easier for people to talk, we can do it there. But yeah, guys, that's a bit of an account update, look into the future, and some rings. Yeah, the tier list was really solid. That tier list was like, yeah, it was quite, yeah, to be fair, I think what is good is a lot of the community has common sense. We knew which ones were good. Appreciate you guys, though. I actually need to go. You lot take care. Have a great day. Tell someone you love them. Bye.